everyone, welcome to Hibernate tutorial. In our previous tutorial we have covered the simple program using Hibernate and a web application using Hibernate. So in our simple program using Hibernate, what we have this employee bean having these fields, ID, username, password and email, and after that we have persist this information into the database. So here we have hibernate dot configuration file. So one more property which we have added now is hbm to ddl.auto, and we have pass update to this. So whenever we will persist any entity and that entity is not present in the database, then it will create the DDL, it will create the design or schema of that table in the database. So right now, if in the database, if we are using the database telecomma, if we run the command show tables, so right now we do not have any tables in this telecomma database. So here we have put this property as hbm to ddl.auto as update, and in entity in this employee.java we have added one more field, email. Now what we will do here is we will add the column and we will pass the name as ID. Similarly we will have columns for all, and we will pass respective value to the column. So it will generate the Hibernate will generate the table employee having fields ID, username, password and email. Now what additional things we will do here is in main class.java we will add the email as well as employee.setEmail. So here we will add as email as anil@gmail.com. so this is email ID of the employee and username, password as abc. So when we persist this employee object into the database, it will generate the employee table, and after that it will insert this record into the database. Because we have this property here, with the help of this property it will enable the hbm to ddl, which is auto. So let's run this application and see the output. Here you can see that it has run the two queries. One is create table employee having ID as integer not null, then we have varchar email, password, username and primary key as ID. So it has created automatically the table and inserted our values into the database. So let's check. So here you can see that we have the employee table. It has created the employee table. So let's start from employee. So here you can see that it has inserted the values into the database. Now one more thing which we are going to cover here is about the ID. Suppose we do not want to give this primary key as a user input. So if we run this application, then we will see some problem. So here it will insert the default value or null into the database. So here default value is 0. So if we run it again, then it will, so here it will throw an error because we already have this 0 as primary key in the database. So what is the solution for this? Solution for this problem is we can make this as, here we will add one generate values. So this generate value will add the ID automatically it will generate the sequence, Hibernate sequence, and by default it will generate the ID. So here if we run this application again, so let's delete the previous record, delete, or let's run this application. So here you can see that it has created the Hibernate sequence table, create table Hibernate sequence, and insert the sequence into the Hibernate sequence. Then it has used this sequence for the employee. So if you run this app, if you see the record here, you can see that it has inserted 1. So if we run it again, so it will insert second. Here you can see that 2, second record. If we run it again, then it will insert the third record. And here you can see the third record. So with the help of this generate value, it can automatically generate the primary key for the database. So in this tutorial, what we have covered this SPM to DDL. We have automatically create the database, and we have persist the employee object. After that, we have covered this generate value. So with the help of the generate value, it can automatically create the primary keys. So thank you for watching the